there in the background. It's being a bit annoying, but honestly, it is what it is. It's right there. And it's being really noisy. But whatever. Okay, guys, so this is a very exciting video. I am so happy that I'm finally getting to do this video. I've wanted to do it for a good while now, but I just haven't had the energy to do it, honestly. I've been swamped with school and everything. Senioritis is kicking my butt, but I'm trying my best to post and to keep you guys updated. Okay, and now I'm cold. 1 second. Okay, so the first Netflix show is a CW show, and you guys probably already know this, but I love this show to death. I watch every new episode that comes out on MovieBox Pro, and it's my addiction. It is the 100. I love this show so much. So for those of you who don't know, it is basically about these 100 prisoners that get sent to the ground off of a space station 97 years after Earth's apocalypse, after Earth ends, so like apocalyptic type thing. And basically these prisoners are sent to the ground to determine if the Earth is survivable again, because life is dying on the space station. So it's all about their adventures and things that they do, their battles, their struggles. They're finding out that there are people still alive down there. They get into wars and have turf wars and everything. And guys, it is just such a show that's like just to die for. Like I love this show. You fall in love with the characters and you get to follow them on all of their endeavors, and it's just such a good show. Like I love the show to death. It's my definite number one. Number two is The Fosters. This one is still on Netflix, but you might want to nab it while you can. It's been on Netflix for a while. It's been ended since 2018. And now there's the spinoff Good Trouble, which is not on Netflix, which you guys know I am obsessed with. And I stopped doing Good Trouble Chat for a very simple reason, is that I stopped being able to watch the show the way I wanted to. So I couldn't give you guys like a deep thing about like what happened in each episode. So I stopped being able to do chats because of that reason. So basically The Fosters is about this lesbian couple that adopt children, and they adopt these two children, Callie and Jude, and it's all about their endeavors as a family, you know, life lessons. It's a very controversial show, but I feel like it's one that every teen needs to watch, because especially for 14 and up, I would say, or 15 and up, it's very mature, but it also teaches you about drug use and violence, and it teaches you what those things do to a family. It's also very funny. It's got comedy to it, and there are a lot of scenes and things that made me cry or smile or laugh. And then there are some that I got angry at, you know, the characters. But this is another one of those shows where you really fall in love with the characters, and you get to know the characters and their backstories. And then through that, you can interpret kind of what's going to happen to them next. But when it does happen, it's not what you expected at all. It's totally different from what you perceived to be happening. So the third show that I want to talk to you about is called Alexa and Katie, and it's a show that is really great for all of you younger kids. It's a very family-friendly show, and it is about this young girl that has cancer. I believe it's a Netflix original. It's about this young girl that has cancer and about how she handles it, just in general, how she copes with it, how she deals, and her life adventures and everything, going through this with her best friend. It's an amazing story, you guys. Like, this is the the best story I could have ever watched. It's beautiful, it's heart touching. It shows you, it really goes deep into what other people go through. And it gives you kind of some insight on how that affects you guys, like how that affects different people. So my number 4 slot, this one isn't as meaningful. It's called Young and Hungry. Yes, I said it. This is my ride or die. When I'm in a bad mood, I watch this show because it's such a funny show. It's a sitcom. It's on Freeform, but it's also on Netflix. Sorry, my foot got tired. I had to switch. It's a Freeform original, but it's on Netflix, and it is the best show you could ever watch. You guys, excuse me. Shut up, ESPN. So it's basically about this young. Ignore my eyes; they're watery. It's about this young food blogger who goes to work for a tech tycoon millionaire. And they sleep together on the first night after his girlfriend dumps him when he was going to propose to her that night. And it goes into kind of all the whirlwind that this girl, this main character, puts herself through and puts her friends through and her family. It's a lot of crazy drama. It's very melodramatic. It's very, very over the top. But guys, when I say that this show is one of the best shows I've ever watched, I really mean it. It is awesome. It's hilarious. It's just a great show to watch, honestly. So the next one is the Netflix original, and that's called Fuller House, which is our number 5. If you guys grew up watching Full House when it would come on Nick at Night around 9 o'clock, you guys would understand why this one is so amazing. So I didn't grow up in the 90s, so I can't say, oh, I watched Full House when it was still airing or anything. But I can say that I fell in love with it through Nick at Night. I used to watch it every night on the weekends when it would come on at about 8:30, 9 o'clock after Friends, of course. And I loved it. I loved it so much. And now that Fuller House is out, DJ, Stephanie, Kimmy, they're all grown up and they're living their lives and teaching their kids the same lessons that they had to learn. And of course, now there's the introduction of modern technology and all that fun stuff. So it's really interesting. It's really interesting to see how different that is, from what you're used to. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Um, and I would have to say that a number 6 would be Vampire Diaries. I am not incredibly far into the series. I'm not going to explain this because obviously, like, everybody knows what it is. And if you don't know what it is, that it's basically about these 2 vampire guys that fight over this one girl, and like a bunch of stuff happens because of it. So it's like Twilight, but with vampires only. And there are werewolves, but Okay, number 6 or 7, I think. Pretty Little Liars. This is my fave, okay? I watched this as a 14-year-old girl and then rewatched it when I turned 16 and finally got half the jokes. I didn't understand half of them when I was that little. But when I first watched it, I fell in love with it. The plot, the storyline, just everything is absolutely amazing. I love the way everything meshes together and like all comes together in the end. And guys, I love it so much. This show, the characters are deep. The plot is even deeper than I ever thought possible, like remotely possible. And there's just such a great story to be told about family and friendship, but there's also heartbreak and betrayal, and it's amazing. Guys, I can't get over it. Like, that is one of my favorite shows. I could watch that show over and over again. Anytime, anywhere. I haven't read the books, but I want to. I want to read the 100 books too because I've heard that it's good, but like I haven't read the book. So I'm kind of wishing that I would have read the book series for these before I saw the movie, just because I wish like I could I could get the full thing. Okay, my number 8 or 9, and like my final one is Haunting of Hill House. If you're a horror fan, this show is for you. This is less of a show and more of a full length, like a really long movie. Guys, it is about this family that moves in. Their parents flip houses for a living. So they move into the house, flip it, and then move on. They move into this one house known as the Hill House. This thing is haunted by what the little girl calls the bent neck lady. And I shall say no further. You have to watch it yourself, but so much crazy crap happens. It's scary. The plot twists so many times. It's amazing. It's like a deep maze of deception. You just keep going in, and then boom, a bomb blows up in your face. It's amazing. It's my favorite show. One of my favorites. I say that every show is my favorite show, but there's a lot of favorites. And then I said that one was my last one, but this one is, and it's called Insatiable. Okay, guys, where do I start with this one? This is about a girl named Patty Bladell, or Fatty Patty, as she was called before she got skinny. She gets punched in the face by a homeless guy, gets skinny, and then wants revenge on everyone who ever bullied her. So in season 1, she enters beauty pageants and does this kind of stuff, but she tries to kidnap someone and then ends up getting kidnapped herself. So then that person tries to kill her, so she kills that person, and then a bunch of other crazy stuff happens. She kills a bunch of people. Like it's a crazy series, you guys. And there's 2 seasons out now on Netflix. Check it out if you want something that's got death, it's got gore, it's got drama, pageantry. It has a little bit of everything for everyone. This show is a keeper. I cannot wait for season 3. Like, I truly can't. I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. And when season 3 comes out, maybe I'll do an insatiable chat because I want to tell you guys, what's going on. The crazy thing is, though, is how Debbie Ryan went from playing a sweet, innocent nanny on Jessie on Disney Channel to playing a killer on national TV. That's amazing, guys. Like, she's such a talented actor. I love Debbie Ryan so, so much. But yeah, so those are my picks for my favorite Netflix recommendations. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for way more videos to come. And remember that I love you. And if you have any video ideas, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Bye.